It's extremely important that Christians United for Israel be represented here today, because we want to send a message to the Jews here today and Jews across America that they're not alone. When a madman rose up in Germany in the 1930s and threatened to wipe out the Jews, he was able to succeed primarily because no one stood in his way. The Jews faced him alone, and the Jews died alone in his death camps. Today, another madman is rising up in Iran. He's threatening to wipe out the Jews. What gives me hope for the future, what makes me believe that this time the outcome will be different, the outcome will be a good one, is because the Jews don't face him alone. There are millions of Christians standing with them against Ahmadinejad, against his threats to wipe out Israel, against his threats to wipe out America. And I think this union, Jews and Christians and everyone who loves Israel and America, coming together can make a big difference at this juncture. I think a young person needs to care for a number of reasons. Number one, they need to worry about their own future. Every generation faces its threats, and we pay homage to the great generation of World War II that saved and preserved our freedoms. We look at the brave soldiers who fought and died in all of our wars. A young person worried about the future has to recognize there are threats to their way of life. There are threats to America. There are threats to Western civilization. And those threats come from militant Islam. And there is no more dangerous leader from that world today than Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. He's threatened to wipe out Israel. He's threatened to wipe out America. And someone who wants to build a future in America needs to recognize these threats, needs to confront them, and they need to confront them now when the price for doing so is not so high and not so severe. I'm the executive director of Christians United for Israel, but I'm Jewish. And so Israel's important to me as a Jew, number one, because I know Jewish history, and I know the Bible, and I know this is a land that is our homeland. I know it is a homeland we need to have Jewish people survive in the world and flourish in the world, given what's happened to us throughout our history in exile. The millions of Christians I work with who love Israel do so for the same reasons. They know the Bible, they know Jewish history, they know the need for an Israel and the justice of Israel. And one final point is, beyond Jewish history, beyond the Jewish rights to the land, there's the current situation. And when you look around the world today, who is it that the militant Muslims want to attack? It's Jews and Christians. It's the Saturday people first, the Jews, but then the Sunday people, the Christians. It's the little Satan, Israel, but then the big Satan, the United States. And as we see our civilization being confronted by militant Islam, who is standing with us? It's Israel. In a sense, what we have on our hands is a Judeo-Christian problem. And this Judeo-Christian problem demands a Judeo-Christian solution. The coming together of Jews and Christians, the coming together of Israel and America, to stand together and fight together and one day prevail together. I believe in my heart that most Iranians don't embrace what their maniacal leader embraces. I don't think they want to commit a genocide of Jews in Israel. I don't think they want to wipe out the United States of America. I think they want to live in freedom and peace to pursue their faith in their lives. And my message to you would be, you need to do something about this leader, because if you don't rise up and stand up, this man may well commit in your name, with your resources, a genocide in Israel. And this man may well commit in your name, with your resources, war against Europe and America. And if you don't want it, you need to do something about it. And we'll do everything we can to support you in finding a more moderate leader, a leader who represents your will better.